If you like what we're doing at Echoplex and aren't into Twitch, please join our Patreon at patreon.com/Echoplex. For $5, you can get every show from beginning to end sent to you as an MP3, even the stuff we bleep out because it's too spicy for Twitch. Echoplex would not be where we are today if it wasn't for the community support we receive. Find out all the ways you can support the show at echoplexmedia.com/support.
At some point, we are going to have to do a whole show about how good this show sounds.
Well, hello, everybody, and here we are again. It's Tuesday. It is Local Love, and we have another fantastic local musical guest here on Echoplex. We are talking tonight to David Goad of Kali Ra.
And this is the sound of my voice.
Then this is the sound of Kali Ra's voice. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us where people can find you on the interwebs.
The interwebs. Yeah, I have a couple of addresses on there. KaliRa.bandcamp.com. If one of your fetishes is for artists to get the most amount of pay for every purchase you make. Spotify, if music is sort of a utility for you, like tap water, we're on there. Apple Music, you can find us there as well. We have our own website, www.officialkaliRaw.com. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, the whole shebang, as it were. We sell our wares on pretty much every corner. But let me clarify the spelling of the name, since this is a radio show. Some of you might not be aware of how to spell it. It's Kali space RA. Kali Raw.
Very nice. And how long has Kali Ra been making music? How many members of Kali Ra is there, since we just have you? Is there any other?
Yeah, I have, at the moment, I have a keyboardist, a bassist, and a drummer with me. But the personnel for the band is just a revolving door thing. I've had more members in the band that I can count on two hands. We had string sections for a good couple of years.
Ooh.
And I'm right now I'm auditioning for background vocalists and string players to get that back into the band. Because as you might hear in some of the songs tonight, I tend to compose for strings a bit. And so that kind of adds to it. I prefer to have string players.
Strings add a depth that is just, it's unparalleled by anything else. You can emote so much with a stringed instrument than you can with a lot of other things. And I know guitar is a stringed instrument, but it's something about that, being able to continuously flow notes together with a bowed string instrument that is
let's be fucking honest, guys. Like the didgeridoo is one note. I mean, you can do a lot with that one note, but it's one note.
Right.
So
so how long has Kali Ra been making music then?
Well, I started this band in 2012. And we've done 3 albums so far. The first one was called Electric Living, the second was Cocoon, and this last one that I released in 2020 was The Monarch. And they're all full-length albums. I've done a couple of singles, no EPs. And we've done regional and national tours. So that's just the very basic history of the band. Mm-hmm. We came out of the ashes of a goth band that I was in, called Of the Tower, and that was sort of like a Dresden Dolls meets Bauhaus meets, I don't know, Joy Division sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And is more performance art than it was like a regular band. And then that went away, and I started Kali Ra from that. So.
And does Kali Ra come from something, or is it something that you just put like a name that you put together? Or does it have a
names are hard, and
yeah.
I wanted to signal to people that I was starting something new, and that my approach to this was going to be new. It wasn't going to be like the previous band. Mm-hmm. So Kali, the goddess Kali, noted by people, who maybe have had a passing glance at Hindu mythology, you might know her as like the goddess of death, but it's more than just death. It's also rebirth. Mm-hmm. and then Ra, the sun god Ra.
Right.
So it's those two things crammed together. It's not, I admit, it's not like the most inventive name.
No, I mean, if you think of like, and of double meanings and things between those, you can come up with some good stuff.
I came up with some worse names that I didn't settle on. So, you're welcome.
Tell us a few of those.
Well, I'll tell you some band names of bands that I have been in before. One of them was Count Blastula and the Zygotes. For all of you biology nerds out there. And
that's a pretty awesome
believe
name.
it or not, that one was taken. It was taken. We got a letter from somebody that said, you can't take this name, we already have it. And I was like, what are the fucking odds of that?
Well,
Count Blastula and the Zygotes.
You should have joined forces. That was a sign.
They didn't want to play nice, it seemed. The people who named their band this, they ironically took themselves rather seriously.
That's terrible.
Let's see. The Popes of Destruction. That was another one.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, so I'm okay with the one that I settled on for this band.
No,
I'm okay with it.
It's a good one. It's short, it's catchy. You can do a lot of cool shit with it. You can go a lot of interesting ways with like imagery and like album covers, and I automatically go to like the art side of it and be like, okay, so could you just do like a 8-armed Anubis and like some kind of like sacred geometric craziness with a galaxy behind it or something like that? I would just go like nuts on the imagery.
And a lot of that early album art that we have is like that.
Nice.
Yes.
My ex was in a band way in the very, very, very before times here in the Bay Area, and they were called the Whores of Paris, and I fucking love that name. That is such a great name. And then
that is a great name.
Yeah, and then their band later was called The Children, and that's not such a great name. So I want to go ahead and play one of the songs off of The Monarch, which is the album that you sent me, which you said is the last one that you released.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm just going to go ahead and play the title track off of this one. And do you have anything to say about The Monarch's The Monarch?
I do. So this was written by myself and my bassist at the time. His name's John Bolin. And it was inspired by, of all things, the Beatles' Abbey Road material. But more specifically, like the arrangements on the album and the studio sound.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of other British influence on that song in particular. Of course, this album happened right after I did a stint in a David Bowie tribute band as David Bowie.
Ooh.
So you hear a lot of David Bowie in my vocals on this album. And there's strings. We acquired string players for this album, so you hear that as well. There's Britpop influence on this. But I don't mean Wonderwall. I do not mean that.
No.
So, yeah, that's what I have to say about that one.
All right.
Oh, and the meaning of the name, of course. The meaning of the name is a double entendre.
All right.
The Monarch is in I'm a Big Queen. And also that the last album was named Cocoon. So this is sort of a blossoming effect stylistically. And then the third meaning, there's heavy socio-political leanings in the lyrics of this album, and the Monarch is the name given to the military operation used to basically brainwash soldiers, American soldiers.
All right.
So there you go. The trifecta meaning of the title track.
Good stuff. All right. So this is Kali Ra, and this song's called The Monarch. It's title track off of their latest album, which is also The Monarch, and we'll be right back.
Safe inside my head, I keep dreaming of you. I wore the flags and then I left all that I knew. Now it's not my land. Endlessly I'm falling, left with rocks and sand, and I keep calling for you, for you, for you, for you. My heart goes insane, I feel my skin crawling at the drop of a name, a name I keep calling. My heart goes insane, I feel my skin crawling at the drop of a name, a name I keep calling. When I get hurt, I'm gonna shed my skin, and by that next verse, I'll change the way I am. These lonely nights, I keep the pain inside of hearts, keep the safety on, and keep the hammer locked on you. My heart goes insane, I feel my skin crawling at the drop of a name I keep calling. My heart goes insane, I feel my skin crawling at the drop of a name I keep calling. I don't belong here. Realize it's a nightmare. When I wake up, I'm a new man. I'm a new man. It seems like every time I turn around, there's a new plan. There's a new plan. There's a new plan. My heart goes insane, I feel my skin crawling at the drop of a name I keep calling. My heart goes insane, I feel my skin crawling at the drop of a name. Keep calling, keep calling, keep calling, keep calling.
Ooh, I got all of the vibes of all of the things that you were. So I got the David Bowie, I got the Beatles, and then I got some other. Now there's some stuff I want to play for you.
I hope you really got the pretentiousness.
I didn't get so much pretentiousness. I didn't get that.
I felt as I was describing it, you know what, this is a lot of concept.
It is, but
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
No, but if you maybe if somebody who didn't know or wasn't like super familiar with the Beatles or David Bowie, although I don't know how that's possible, might not pull that out of that those nuances out of there, but I certainly did, because I listened to all of that stuff from the time I was little until, now, because it's just timeless. And influences like that being put into new music, I have always loved and I will always love. Make old music new again to pass it on to younger people that's my fucking jam.
Right. And I'm also kind of exercising it because I want to, I want to use new sounds, and I'm taking a lot of my influence and kind of working it out and getting to the new thing.
Right.
As well.
Right. So you are located in the North Bay.
I live in the North Bay. My studio, the band, is located in Oakland. So we are Oakland based.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know Periscope?
Periscope. Yes.
Nice. Periscope is rad. A shout out to fucking Matt Harrison. Do you know who Ashes Fallen is?
We've played a show with them.
Have
recently.
you?
Yes.
That's fucking fantastic. All right.
We played a show in San Jose with them. We played at
Caravan.
Caravan. I keep wanting to. They have a camel logo, and I keep wanting to conflate it with the name of another venue that has camel in it. Yes. The Caravan.
The camels kind of remind me of like the Sahara Resort, whatever, from Vegas. It's very
it's also like there's always a venue, like everywhere, and it's always like this. It's always the punk bar or the dive bar or something. It's always something with that vibe.
Yeah.
It's like the Thirsty Camel or the whatever, So, but yes, the Caravan.
Yeah.
We played a show with them and Sword Tongue.
Nice. Do you guys have any gigs coming up?
In fact, we do. We're going to play the Elbow Room in Jack London Square.
Ooh.
In Oakland, September 4th. And that's going to be with Sword Tongue and Half Rotten Goddess.
That's my birthday weekend.
It's the Half Rotten Goddess's drummer. It's his birthday too.
Oh wow, that's it. Mine's on the 2nd actually, but yeah, I'm probably pretty sure that I'm going to take advantage of the whole weekend.
So that's 2 sets of parents at least that fucked 9 months ago on that date
because September, that's 9 months from that's them some New Year's Eve babies, that's some New Year's Eve consequences, New Year's Day consequences.
New Year's Eve consequences, yes.
I mean, at least in my mom's case it was. I'm not speaking for anybody else's but my own experience.
It was a cold winter.
Not here in the Bay Area. That's some bullshit. We don't have seasons. We have moods.
It's true, yeah.
So Monarch was the last album that you released. Are you working on a new one now?
Yes, I am. Right now I'm working with my current guys, and we're working on an album, or have been working on it actually, and the influence is a bit different. It's more influenced by trip hop, funk, super heavy on funk, and music, concrete, industrial stuff, jazz music, and house music. Also, of all things, lo-fi music. I think normally lo-fi music nowadays is used in lieu of like elevator music or placeholder music or whatever.
TikTok videos, yeah.
TikTok videos, but I'm using it as a tool here, so that's in there as well.
Cool. I just noticed that you had a puppet.
A what?
What is this? You have something on your hand.
I have something on my hand.
My
see.
My little video screen is very, very, very small, and all of this real estate. What's their name? Is that a bandmate?
Oh, this guy. Yeah, I can let him talk. Please kill me.
Oh no, unalive.
I'm God's least favorite animal.
Least favorite.
I don't
animal?
even have arms. I don't know what I am. God closed his eyes the day I was born. Please drown me in a river.
Why are you so sad, small puppet?
Because I don't understand why I live.
None of us do. You join the group, like everybody.
Am I a platypus or a dog? What the fuck am I?
You could be both.
I can tell you what I am. I'm an abomination before.
Listen, puppers. If you were a combination of a dog and a platypus, did you know that a platypus has one stinging burr on the end of their the backs of their feet that is poisonous? You could be a poisonous stinging burr dog with a flat tail. That sounds amazing.
I guess if I had that, but I don't. I don't even have genitals.
Oh, just get one sewn on. Genitals
Have
are.
you ever tasted platypus milk?
I have never tasted platypus milk. I've tasted goat milk.
It's
But
the
not
taste
fun.
of the future.
It is the taste of the future. You could just get a platypus tail sewn on.
I got one. I don't understand why I have it, but I have it.
So, platypuppers, are you a regular appearing member of Kali Ra, or are you just kind of hang out on the sofa over there until somebody decides to stick their hand up your butt?
Well, I was stationed in Kabul for a couple of years, and then when I came back home, there were no jobs. And so I've basically lived on the streets, looking at myself in shop windows and seeing my reflection and wondering what happened. It was the only time I felt useful, and now I look at myself and I don't even know what I am.
Well, and it kind of sucks for the dramatics too, because we're in California and it doesn't rain, so you can't get like the rainy window motif thingy going on.
That doesn't happen.
No.
Listen, Ashley, life is not a montage.
What? Well, it could be if you try real hard. Yeah. See?
Is that your advice? I need to try harder?
Well, I mean, try as hard as you feel it's necessary. And sometimes if you don't feel like trying real hard on a day, then that's okay too.
You know what? I don't feel like trying.
Then maybe you should binge watch Stranger Things.
Fantastic idea. Are we sponsored by Stranger Things?
No, unfortunately not. But we don't have we do have one. Do we have a sponsor? Squarespace sponsors us. That's kind of nice. We get a discount. And then
I heard they were great.
They are.
I heard that they also sponsor bands.
Well, you could certainly put your music in their web space.
You know, I know of a band called Kali Ra that could write a song about spaces that are square or whatever it is that they do.
They could. Do you have another favorite track off of their Monarch album?
Let's see. Let's see, how does it go? It goes, da-na-na-na-na. You know that one?
I think that's Under the Wire.
Oh, yes. There you go. That's a good one.
That's a good one? Okay.
That's a good one.
Well, it was nice talking to you, Pupperdoo, and hopefully we'll see you again sometime.
I'm gonna take a Xanax and lie down.
All right. That sounds like the good thing.
settled down, and all the world has watched our city burn down. And there's a refugee. She used to live up on the hill. It's hard to call it home, but there her lobby is there still. There's a new regime. There's an outpost on the hill. And if they cross the line, you know the order is shoot to kill. Two hands meeting, we're under fire. Two hearts beating under the wire. Oh, come on, we're leaving tonight. Whoa, 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 come on, we're leading a fight tonight. Whoa, come on, we're running for lives tonight. Whoa, come on, we're leading a fight tonight. Whoa, come on, we're leaving tonight. Whoa, come on, we're leaving tonight. Whoa, come on, we're leaving tonight. Whoa, come on, we're running for lives tonight. Whoa, come on, we're leaving tonight. Whoa, come on, we're leaving tonight.
I like that one. That was kind of a longer one, but it kind of had like movements almost to it, like a
Yeah, that was generally the idea, you know. Speaking of being, pretentious, I like to tell a story with my music. which is what I was trying to do. At the time that I wrote that, the bombings were happening in Syria, and I had written this story about these two girls, and they were fleeing their home from Syria, and they wind up in Berlin, and that became two songs, and that's Under the Wire and Prayers for Rain on the album. I had had an idea and had started writing like what was basically a musical about that, about these refugees, but that never came to fruition.
So there's a lot of like you said, themes in this particular album that have like I said, they were like political, and so the other song that came from that story was called what?
Prayers for Rain.
Prayers for Rain.
Yes.
So do you also write non-music writing? You have like, you do
I do
books or just short stories or?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't published anything, and sometime in the future I may do that. Most everything that I write usually gets compressed into lyric format, and I just use it in a song. But one of these days, I may publish something.
And so are you originally from the Bay Area, or did you come from?
No, I'm originally from Oklahoma City.
Ooh. And did you get started out in music out in Oklahoma City, or did you start music here? When did you move to California?
I moved to California in 2019. And I got my start doing music, like doing shows and stuff in Oklahoma City in the summer of 2007. And that was with Of the Tower. And then in 2009, I joined the first American Academy of Contemporary Music, which was in Edmond, Oklahoma. Mm-hmm. And interesting fact, the Flaming Lips, they're associated with that school. So their manager, Scott Booker, or may still be, the dean of the school. So I became friends with Scott and Derek from the band, and hung out with them while I went to university there, and made a lot of contacts. And that's about the time that we disbanded Of the Tower, and I started Kali Raw as well. I was attending that, and started writing songs for the band there. After a while, though, for many reasons, and I could really go on about those reasons, I decided to leave Oklahoma. And we came here, and believe me, I'm fully aware of all the problems that California has. I have no delusions about it. But I'm also like not a person that believes in greener grass. Mm-hmm. I've been around a lot of places, mm-hmm. and I've traveled a lot, and let me just tell you guys, that doesn't exist. The grass is green where you water it.
That's right. That's exactly fucking right.
Yeah.
Yeah, stitch that shit on a pillow.
Yes.
Okay, I wanted to play you. So, okay, first of all, in that last song, the bass line was slamming. Like in that second movement and towards the end, your bass player has got some fucking chops.
John Bolin, shout out to him.
Yeah,
did a good job.
But also, since you and I share a love for strings, have you heard of Curious Quail?
I have.
You have.
Yes.
We don't play the song very often on the show, and I do want to just play one of these tracks that we don't get out very often. This is called The Villain. It is off their After the Lights Failed album, which is a fucking fantastic album, and you should snatch it up wherever you can snatch up something digital, or I don't know, send them an email. Maybe they have an old copy of it somewhere.
You guys are in for a treat.
Yeah, this is a good song, and I'll be right back.
waiting for the news. So hold on to pieces of hope, and it could be such a relief. But nothing good ever comes out. Waiting in the reeds to choke on the pieces you're dealing. But I'm healing like a demon. But it takes one to know one, he says. And though you're cold, you always already begun. They're out there fighting for you, Lord. You always already begun. And I'm the villain now. Waiting for this new day. The book never closes it away. The rage on like it's easy. Nothing good ever comes out, though you're cold. You always already begun. The shots are fired and you're cold. You always already begun, and I'm the villain now. I'm the villain now. I'm the villain now. Nothing good ever comes out, though you're cold. You always already begun. The skies are dark and you're cold. You always already begun, and I'm the villain now. I'm the villain now.
Was rocking out and I forgot I had to turn everything on again. That is just such fire album, and I have the instant gratification album, which in ways I think is better, and the only reason I have that is because I bought it at Art Boutique, and Art Boutique has everything nerdy and cool that's local San Jose. So go check out a show there if you're ever in fact I think there's one tonight that Arish Rivers is playing. I think it started at 7, and it's like $15 to get in. Oh no, is it tonight or is it Friday? Anyways, I'll have to look it up. But if you're interested in any local shows, you should definitely jump in the Local Love Podcast group on Facebook, because I endlessly shitpost everything that I find by any of our local bands in there, whether it's updates on them, just doing a photo shoot, recording, laying down tracks on new albums, gigs that they're playing, trips that they're taking, anything that they're doing, and I see it, I'm going to take it and I'm going to share it. And also, can I ask all of you local bands out there or individuals that are in bands that accept fans on your Facebook page, make posts about your gigs shareable so that we can
Public.
make them public, make them shareable,
Yes.
so that we can, in fact, endlessly spam everybody with them, so we can maybe try and just like peer pressure people into going to shows.
Because I'll tell you firsthand, like, as somebody who tries to advertise on social media, the best thing to help a band is to share their content. They can post stuff all they want, but sometimes they're shadow banned for posting too much or posting to too many people. or the algorithm excludes them because they're hawking something, a record
or they didn't pay for a
show or
sponsored
whatever.
post.
Exactly. So defeat the algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to fight the man, please share bands' posts for them.
Yeah, do them all a favor and get the fucking word out. So, do you often employ small felt puppet people?
Sometimes they need a leg up. Like the economy is hard right now. And if I'm in a position to help, I will.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would help all the puppets if I could.
Are they incorporated into the show at all whenever you guys play a gig?
They don't like people.
They don't like people. Might I suggest that you talk them into it?
I mean, I'll try, but usually the ones that I work with, like, probably
they got to work through some stuff first before they're able to present themselves in public.
Keep your distance. I mean, we're talking like some pretty severe personality disorders and stuff.
That one had spiny poisonous thorns and didn't even know it.
Yeah, I mean, he neglects his body a lot, so that checks out.
So I would like to play another track off of your Monarch album. This one called Sunset Boulevard, I am particularly interested in. Tell me about the song.
So this song is about the concept of celebrity in Western society. And by Western society, I mean the oligarchy that we live under. Where literally everything's corporatized, including your medicine or food, everything. So anyway, but I'm obviously disenfranchised with the concept of consumerism and celebrity and all of that. And it's about separating your identity from societal expectations and that kind of thing. Sunset Boulevard, the inspiration came from the movie where you had, the lead, the actress who lived in a delusion based off of her fame. So that was the initial inspiration for the song. And I encourage people to go watch the music video because we did a lot of funny stuff in that one. There's some cool camera tricks in that.
The reason that it caught my eye specifically is because my mom has a movie poster from Sunset Boulevard, and she's had it ever since I was, a teenager, and it's autographed by part of the cast from the production cast, not like the performing cast, but the production cast.
Well, the production cast did a great fucking job. The scene with the staircase, and I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille.
Mm-hmm.
That scene, the camera work was amazing.
Yeah, and so that's why it caught. I was like, oh, that reminds me of my mom's poster.
Yeah,
I want to hear that one. All right, well, we're gonna play Sunset Boulevard, and we'll be right back.
All right.
Sunrise on Sunset Boulevard. I'm taking the hammer for a spin. I'm taking it all. I'm taking it in. I'm taking it all. I'm taking it in. But I feel like press I've kicked around this town. I've kicked around this town. It raised me up and it dragged me down. I was treading water. I was starting to. Everything's a dream on Sunset Boulevard. Everything is cream on Sunset Boulevard. Nothing's as it seems on Sunset Boulevard. Believing in the dream on Sunset Boulevard. Will I ever see another sunrise? Will the end be a surprise? Cocaine bliss and champagne nights, casting couch and midnight flights. Everything's a dream on Sunset Boulevard. Everything is green on Sunset Boulevard. Nothing's as it seems on Sunset Boulevard. Believing in the dream on Sunset Boulevard. Everything's a dream on Sunset Boulevard. Everything is green on Sunset Boulevard. Nothing's as it seems on Sunset Boulevard. Believing in the dream on Sunset Boulevard. Everything's a dream on Sunset Boulevard. Everything is green on Sunset Boulevard. Nothing's as it seems on Sunset Boulevard. Believing in the dream on Sunset Boulevard. Everything's a dream on Sunset Boulevard. Everything is green on Sunset Boulevard. Nothing's as it seems on Sunset Boulevard. Believing in the dream on Sunset Boulevard.
I'm gonna send that to my mom. She's gonna fucking love that song.
Please do.
It's got like some Oingo Boingo era Danny Elfman vibes to it, and I dig it because I love that 80s shit.
Yes.
And it is
Yes.
fucking glorious.
Yeah, I mean, Weird Science is in there a little bit.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That was almost a little bit of Talking Heads too. I was getting a little bit of Talking Heads vibes. It's got that tone that is specific to an era, which is pretty much everything that you described except for the Beatles part. But I mean, I guess Abbey Road was pretty fucking a transcendent mood because it was such a fucking incredible album.
Well, with that song in particular, Sunset Boulevard, like stylistically, I was going for like, mid 70s era funk mixed with like new wave, but also current pop music.
Yeah.
Or what was current at the time.
Yeah. I'm gonna make producer Dave play that later when we do Satans and Thetans. I'm gonna be like, you need to play this during the opening because he'll like that song a lot because it has got that funk and that bass line. Those are things that just gets us going around here. One of our other like family bands that's been a good friend of ours since Local Love had an inception is Rebels Camp, and they're kind of legendary around San Jose. I don't know if they're so much in up in the North Bay like that, but their bassist Jeremiah Lee Verse is just fucking incredible, and I want to play this song to close out the show. But before I do, I would like you to please reintroduce yourself and let people know where they can find you on the internet, and any shameless promotion that you would like to do. Please, let's have it all.
If I could,
preen, please, preen.
Well, I let me re-mention all of my social media stuff. We're on TikTok. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, the whole social media spectrum. The handle's either going to be Kali Ra or Kali Ra Music. So find us that way. Website is www.officialkalira.com. Also find our music at kalira.bandcamp.com for purchasing. For streaming, you have options. Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, you name it, we're on it. We are working on a new album right now. It may be a while before we finish it. We have a show booked September 4th at the Elbow Room in Jack London Square in Oakland.
Go check that shit out.
That's with Sword Tongue and Half Rotten Goddess. So please, if you please, go to that.
What time does it start?
I'm also... doors open at 8.
At 8? I may make that my stop on the way home from Fairfield that day. I think I might stop by.
Please do. I'm also scoring a movie right now, and the movie is called The Wait, and it is a horror comedy, and it's very ironic and tongue-in-cheek. It's by Jonathan Shahan and his better half, Kate Brazel, and there's lots of good actors in there, but I don't know when that's going to be released. But I'm doing the music for that one, and oh yes, and surely I will be writing a self-help book because Tony Robbins has the market cornered, and somebody needs to knock him down, and so
yeah.
Why not? I mean, you gotta start something fresh, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm unlikely as a person who does self-help, so maybe I should do it.
Yeah.
Whoever said
fresh perspective.
Yeah, I mean, any advice is good advice, right?
Right.
So, put everything in Dogecoin, and
oh no, that's terrible advice. So that's terrible advice. But yeah, I'd like to thank you very, very much for coming on. Thank you for sending us your music. For those of you out there who would like to hear more, please go visit all of the places that this sir has told you to go. And if you like any of the other music that you hear on Local Love, you can go to eplux.xyz. From any browser. You can request music by Kali Ra. You can request music by Curious Quail. You can request music by the Rebels Camp. Just throw it in there, and in about 1, 2, sometimes 3 songs, it will go ahead and spit out your request. Plus, it makes it able for you to search our library. And if there is somebody that you know that isn't in there, then send them our way so we can get their stuff in the library and get them on the show as well. Again, thank you very much for coming and hanging out with me, and I'm gonna take us out with Get Lost by the Rebels Camp, and we will see you on the after show. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye, babes.
How far out can you get?
You ever had somebody ask you a question and you gave them your reply, and they looked you in your eye like, man, you're bullshitting, you out your goddamn mind. And they might want to ask you another question: where do you get off? Telling me some astronomical shit like that I can't wrap my mind around, and I just can't believe it. They might want to tell you, get lost in the blues, get lost in the groove, get lost. 'Cause I don't know what you're gonna get lost. Get lost in the blues, get lost in the groove, get lost. 'Cause I don't know where you're going.
lost up here.
How far out can you get?
All the goth DJs and Twitch witches are hanging out on Thursday for the bad VHS rips, Unblinking Eyes, and Fire by Night. Thetans and Satans comes from an interest in the cult of Scientology, moral panics, Satanism, and how they set the tone for the extremist social media panics of today. We really earn our Weird Left Twitch badge with this show, watching the world go red light in reverse every Thursday at 9 p.m. Pacific on twitch.tv/echoplexmedia. Find our full schedule at echoplexmedia.com.